17.
Uh, uh, Hey guys, I know most of you guys, $10,000 savings is pretty good for most of the guys because 80% of the U.S. population don't even have $1,000 in their savings. Saving $10,000 is a big deal for a lot of us, lot of the folks, right? We were in that boat too one
Oh,
day, not too long ago, right?
yeah. Right.
But we learned all the tips and tricks, and then like the thing is, like, once you reach $10,000, making moving that 10,000 to 20,000 or 30,000, 40,000 is pretty easy.
Yeah.
But the initial few steps are really hard. But we're going to give you what we did, like how we saved $10,000 when we were in that boat. Maybe this helps some of you guys, and just copy our method, right? And just follow that, and you may able to come out of that hole that you are in right now.
Yeah. And Venkat, the biggest, probably the biggest monthly expense that anyone has is the rent or the mortgage.
Right.
And we were, like you said, we were all in that boat, and we were all some point in our lives we were single. And you don't have to rent a bigger place, right? You
Yeah.
have to be humble. You have to be extremely humble, I
You
would
know,
say.
I was paying $150 a month
Look at
rent
that.
for almost
When you were a
two
student,
years.
yeah. See, I mean, if you're 100, if you're paying only 100, you said 150.
$150 a month. Yeah.
150, and that's even possible, whether you rent a room or whether you rent a
Shared. Yeah. Share with other people.
right, share with, that's what I was going to say, share with other people. Maybe it's a little uncomfortable, I can understand, and if you are, I can totally understand. I'm also someone like that. And when it comes to that, I think you have to figure out, you have to think about the future, right? If you, and there was a time that I got I was getting like $6 an hour waiting tables at Subway store, and then $12 an hour at the bank. I was a contract and all that stuff, right? And the bank, 12 and a half, I was getting net like maybe 1,500, 1,750. And I rented an apartment, gives only like 400, 400 or 300, 400, I think, 400. And it even had two bedrooms because I was living with my sister, right?
Right.
And 450 for food, just two of us, maybe $200, $300. And still I can save, believe it or not, I could save $1,000 back then.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. Yeah. Even same with me too. I was a student, right? I was sharing with three other people. The room, it's not bad actually. It was really
Yeah.
good. Like the friendship, and you got somebody to talk to.
Right.
And I was alone. Even with my wife, I was sharing with two other guys. So it was fine too. But we saved a lot of our rent because of that, and it was safe. We actually looked into the safer neighborhood, safer place, and shared there, and that way we saved every month from the $1,500 student assistantship I was getting. I was only spending like $500.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's right.
because I was trying to get everything's free, and everything free. Like, not I never bought any furniture. The furniture and other expenses.
Right.
People
Right.
spend a lot of money.
And again, like that's a great example, Venkat. And if you're, so you were actually living with like you were living with your wife, and
Right.
still you're able, that's fantastic. That's
$100 a month on the food expenses because we cook at home. The
right.
lentils like $2, $3 will come for
Yeah.
2 months. Rice
And
comes for a month.
yeah, and we talked about one of the previous episodes that you put all this stuff together and make one meal, and that's going to be enough. And that's another saving method when it comes to cooking and food, because food is another household cost that you incur for no reason. And especially if you're eating out, like you're addicted to ordering outside food, or going out and eat, and tips and sales tax, and what's that sometimes you deliver, like now we have Grubhub and all those fancy things, and you pay for the delivery fee, sales fee, tax, and sales
So
tax anyway you have to pay,
cut
and the
down
tip.
everything, guys. Cut down.
You don't even imagine, like when you do the math, the delivery fee for Grubhub or it's whatever, it's like 3.99
but
sometimes
but
two.
these guys attract, like, they just say 15% off, 20% off. They keep
Yeah,
on
that's
sending
very
coupons.
tempting.
Just throw it in the trash.
Yeah, and we talked about, there was a whole episode that we talked about that, and that's another one. And also the other one, like for the people, and we've all been there. people who earn less money, like say $1,000 a month or 1,500, even less than that. The other way to save money is, like, one thing is rent that we already discussed. The other one is the car, right? When I was earning $12 and $12.50, I didn't even have a car.
Well,
I used the
actually,
first.
I had a car that was only like $1,000, $1,100.
Oh,
I
oh yeah, my first car was also $1,200. I bought it from a friend of mine from his junkyard, and I was
Right.
not ashamed. I was not ashamed at all. That's how I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
save money, and I know what my budget was, right? Venkat, you
Hmm.
know your budget, you know what you're earning, and you put it on an Excel spreadsheet or on a piece of shit, a sheet, and just do your math. It's easy,
Right.
and so those are the two biggest. Probably if you go for a fancy car when you're earning $1,000, and you probably pay half of that money for rent, if you're not being humble, and $300 to $400 on the car, and you're done. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
okay, I
And you
can.
can do a house hacking on the rental payment. Like we always talk
Yeah,
about house hacking. So you buy, like, you buy a house, but only put 3.5% down.
yeah,
And then, but you have a roommate. Roommates will pay your, not roommates, like other house, like duplex, right?
yeah,
So you are living in one part of the house, and other family is living in other part of the house. They pay $1,000 rent to you, and $1,000 the mortgage for the entire duplex. So you live rent free. That is how you save. You have to
yeah.
hustle, guys. You have to hustle, grind. Um, on the
Easy.
house payment, like we were talking about house payment, food expenses, car, the transportation,
Yep.
entertainment. Those are like four
Oh
different
yeah, entertainment.
major expenses. If you
Yeah,
save
these are
on
like,
everything, you
yeah,
should be able to
and
save.
all you have to do is put it on a piece of paper and do your math, and you'll be blown away the money that you are blowing. And I mean, again, guys, these are from personal experiences. I'm saying, like, I've learned the hard way. Like, it took me long time to realize how much I waste money for no reason, absolutely for no reason. But even back then, like 13 years ago, I realized that I earned only this much, and I cannot go for a convertible, my dream car or whatever. I could wait. That will come when I save money. So first save money, and then go for the whatever your dreams are. But your dreams will never be achieved if you're not being humble. So the first rule would be being humble, and there's a bit of pain, but there's
Right.
no there's no gain without pain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like we were talking about, budgeting is the main
Yeah,
thing that you have to do. That's how you see zero, like our dollar budgeting, right? I think zero
yeah,
dollar
absolutely.
budgeting. That's what called
Right, right.
Dave Ramsey's.
Yeah,
So you have to look every dollar coming and going, where it's going, and then cut down all the major ones. Don't think about $1 you're spending on something in a month. Don't worry about that. Bigger ones.
bigger ones.
Target the
Yeah,
bigger ones,
yeah.
cut down the bigger ones, and then you will automatically save thousand. Target maybe $1,000 a month you should save, right? Within a
Yep.
year you should be say you should have
Yeah,
$12,000. That's how
absolutely.
you do it, guys.
So hope you guys learned something, because these are very straightforward, very easy things, but things that you can easily forget if you don't put attention to it, guys. And thank you so much again. If you're still with us, thank you so much. If you like, please like, share, spread the good word.
Right. Thank you, guys.